Hey guys. So exciting news. I am back on selling online. I'm really excited about it. So I wanted to, since I feel like I'm almost like a newbie, I mean, I'm not, but like I feel like I can understand how people could get very overwhelmed if they're new to this. So sorry, I don't have any makeup on, or I'm wearing my husband's sweatshirt. Sorry, everybody. It is what it is. I was going to do my makeup in this video, and then I thought, if you're here to watch a video on Poshmark, I don't think you care about my makeup. So there you go. So anyway, I wanted to come on and kind of give you guys like the 101 on reselling, especially if you're somebody who's new. So this is just a very basic new kind of thing, just to set yourself up for success. Instead of it being like an in-depth Poshmark video. For the record, I had no intentions of going on Poshmark again, and then I was like, I want to resell again. So I started doing these steps that I'm going to tell you guys in this video to get myself to the place where I am right now, coming on, letting you guys know I have a Poshmark closet. I have things listed. If you guys are new, you guys can use my coupon code. It is listed down below. You'll get $10 off your first purchase that you guys make. And without further ado, let's just get into this video. So, I was just thinking about the last time I did a reselling video was like 2 years ago, and I had hair. I don't have hair anymore. So, some people have been asking, this is a choice. My hair is a choice, guys. Like, I'm okay. I'm fine. This isn't a medical condition or anything like that. It's just a choice. I just want to shave my head, so I did it. Now, let's actually get into this is how you set yourself up for success. So first and foremost, you guys want to figure out, do you want people knowing your home address? So this is something for me because I'm on YouTube and I'm a hairstylist and I'm on Instagram and I do all these things. So my whole thing was, do I want people to know where I live? My answer to that is no, I don't want people to know where I live. So if I'm buying or selling things, it'll have your return address on it or it'll have your mailing address on it. So you guys have to kind of make that decision. In making that decision, you'll be able to choose between UPS and USPS, I believe. You can get PO boxes to either. So I actually went through and did the research on both of them. I'm a USPS kind of gal. If you guys have watched my videos in the past, you guys know that. But since I was like, this is kind of new for me, let me start fresh. Let me weigh out the pros and cons. And here is where I came up with. So what I decided to do is stick with USPS. Anything that I say that has to do with USPS, you have to be logged into an account. It is free. And we'll get more into that later on. So what I did was I logged into my account and I decided to get a PO box. I used to have a PO box and then I stopped it because I wasn't reselling anymore. And whatever. And then I was like, I'm going to start reselling again. I got to do this again. So I got a PO box. I got the smallest one. It's not a big, you don't have to get a big one. You can get the small one. It's like $100 a year. And, they have an option on USPS, which they did not have before. The post office that I'm going to has an option to do a free actual physical address instead of it being a PO box. Therefore, if I purchase something, it won't get, sent back if somebody ships it FedEx or whatever it is. That's kind of an issue with USPS, which is kind of annoying. But they did give me an option of having a physical street address as like my mailing address instead of it just being PO box blah blah blah. Okay, so that's number one. Number two is you want to get your shipping supplies. This is another reason why I went with USPS was because they give you free shipping supplies. So in this video, I'm going to show you guys, I know I've done this before in the past, but this is important because Poshmark, I think they tell you that you can use flat rate boxes, but some post offices give you a hard time about using flat rate boxes. So just avoid the headache and don't use flat rate boxes. But what you do is you just log into your account again. It's free to have an account. It's free to get this stuff. Then you go to the shipping supplies and then you do free shipping supplies. Everything is here. You guys can go through. If it says regional or if it says flat rate, stay away from it because you may not be able to ship with it. You might, but you might not. And since they're all free, why not get the ones that you know are going to work? Okay, and then the next thing is I'm going to do scheduled pickups because I can't bring myself to go to the post office every day. It's just my schedule doesn't allow it. It's just a lot of work. So that was another reason why I wanted to go with USPS rather than UPS, because they do free scheduled pickups on USPS if it's during regular delivery times, like if you're not like, I need you to come exactly at this time, it's free. So when they're dropping off mail, you just have to let them know. Like, you have to do everything online first, obviously, and say how many packages you have, approximately how much it weighs, everything like that. And then they'll come and just pick it up from your house. My mail lady's kind of a pain in the butt, and like, she never picks up the stuff. So usually I'll put a note on the mailbox that says like packages at the front door, just to let her know, like, get out of the truck and go get the packages, because this is a free service you guys offer and I'm taking advantage of it. But yeah, it's free. Whereas UPS, I don't know why they gotta be so confusing. UPS, you have to pay, I think it's like $14.95 a week, and you could do like 1 to 2 days, and the price just goes up from there. So it's like, I don't want to have to pay for my boxes. I don't want to have to pay for a pickup. For me, it's the convenience of it. So that's why I went with USPS. So you're going to want to do that for the convenience. Of course, if you guys don't care about giving out your address, you don't care about going to the post office, you guys could fast forward through like the whole 6 minutes of this. So I'll put that in the bottom down below. So if you're coming just now, welcome. And again, this video is more for like people who are just starting to resell. So the next thing is the notes on my phone. That is one of the most important things when it comes to reselling. So what I do is I write down every single thing that I think I want to sell, and I write down an estimate of what the price is. I like to do this at night when I can't sleep. I can never sleep. And what I do is I go on Poshmark and I put it in to see if it is something that has sold on Poshmark. And then I scroll to the side where it says availability and I click on sold. So now I'll see everything that has sold on Poshmark with that title in it. And I'll see a guesstimate of what it sold for. This is something that I used to do on eBay all the time too. I'm not selling on eBay right now. I'm only doing Poshmark, but it's just to kind of give you guys an estimate of, is it selling? Did it sell? And what price did it sell for? Just so you guys have a better understanding of what you guys can list it for. I did bundles in my closet. So if you buy 3 things or more, you get 15% off. So I made sure to mark my pricing accordingly in case people want to take advantage of that. Plus there is a 20% fee that comes out. So you just want to make sure that if you're purchasing these things, which of course my stuff was purchased, some of it's going to be stuff that I had, but you want to make sure that you're still making money. Nobody wants to waste their time in life. You want to make sure you're making money. So like I said, you want to make sure that you're making money. Nobody wants to waste their time. The fees are for Poshmark. It's very straightforward. So they take 20% if it's $15 or more. If your item sells for $15 or more, they take 20%. And they take $2.95, a flat fee of $2.95 for $14 and less, which basically works out to be like kind of like 20%, but not really. So basically you don't want to sell anything for less than $3 because then you're making 5 cents. Now you're just wasting your time. The buyer pays for the shipping. You can offer shipping discounts and stuff like that to the buyer. Anytime somebody likes your photo, you can send them an offer. They don't have to accept it, but they can counter, they can decline, or they could just kind of leave it hanging in limbo. I went on and I was trying to be like, so like, yeah, I'm liking stuff. And like people were sending me offers and I was like, ooh, I'm not trying to buy anything. I was just trying to like your stuff. So basically, instead of liking people's stuff, if you don't actually want it, it probably makes more sense just to share it. It'll give them exposure. It's showing them like support. And also they won't send you an offer and then you'll be hanging there like, I didn't want to buy this. I just wanted to show you that I liked it. So that's kind of important. Again, you don't have to accept an offer. Somebody doesn't have to accept your offer either. I know that was a question on one of my videos, so I did want to say that. So then my other tip is, so I had said about the notes listing everything. Then it's important to actually count the inventory that you have available. Whether or not you want to piece things out, you know, sell things individually, or if you want to sell them in bundles, that's up to you guys. But you want to make sure that you have, you know how many you're selling of each thing, so that it just makes for a more like streamlined when you're trying to list everything. The other thing is, what I'm doing this time is I'm actually taking like one day, like my day off from the salon, and I am taking pictures of my inventory so that at night when I come home, I can just kind of chill on the couch and just start listing things. For me, it's easier if it's something that is going to have a repetitive description or somewhat repetitive. I like to keep it in my notes so that I could just see it at a later date and I don't have to worry about, you know, typing the whole thing out. Just copy and paste it. It's easy. It's there. Poshmark now lets you sell like basically anything on there. Like the platform is no longer like just clothes. It's literally like everything from like hair to makeup to clothes to home decor to literally books, anything. Like it's really, really cool. I'm actually excited about that because I feel like I, knock on wood, never had like a horrible experience on Poshmark. I did on eBay, however, and that kind of discouraged me from selling in the first place because it just became too stressful and too demanding for like people just being fraudulent all the time. So it's actually kind of nice that Poshmark now gives you the flexibility to sell basically whatever you want on their platform without being confined to just clothes or just shoes or just accessories. So I think that that is really cool. They also have a thing where you can share your stuff to your Facebook, your Twitter, your Tumblr, and your Pinterest. So whenever you share your listing, which will like show up, it can also share to any of those. And if there's any parties going on that it kind of fits the description of, then you could also share it to that as well in just one easy share, which is really awesome. Again, this is a social app, so you guys want to be social on it. You want to be sharing people's posts, joining parties, sharing your stuff in parties, sharing other people's stuff. As I had said, continue to share your listings. It's very important to share your own listings. Always have them be relevant in people's faces. It's always easier to post or to try to sell things that have a name brand, something that is searchable. It's a lot harder to sell things that are like off brand, nobody's searching for it, unless somebody's like orange shirt and you are selling an orange shirt, then that would make sense. But if it's not like an actual brand, it's a little bit harder to do. The buyer pays for the shipping up to a certain weight. So if you do bundles, that might come out of your profit or your amount of money that you're gonna get. So just be mindful of that if you guys are doing bundles. If you're doing bundles with clothes, it won't be an issue, but if you're doing like bundles with heavy things, you could run into problems with it. Maybe like heavy jackets or books or something like that, you could run into a problem with. Yeah, make sure all your bank accounts or whatever you want it to send to, if you want it to be like a Venmo, I think, or a bank account, or a debit card, just so that you can make sure that you get your funds. Once the product has been reviewed is when they release your funds, which is fine. I personally have never had a problem, but I don't know, I'm sure people have. Also, the last time I was on Poshmark, which was like 2 years ago, there was a scam going around where people were saying, can you sell this to me off of Poshmark? And they wanted to email you and send you fake checks and have you cash them and then have you wire the money. It's a scam, guys. If you're selling on Poshmark, sell on Poshmark. If you're cross posting, which I think is sometimes frowned upon, but like not from me, so like go ahead and cross post, but just make sure that all your transactions are happening on the actual platforms. It's very tempting to want to sell off of the platform to not have to pay the fees, but paying those fees gives you a little bit of security. Whereas if you're selling to somebody else, first of all, it's a weird time with COVID and everything like that. You don't want to meet with people. You don't trust. Somebody's putting a lot of trust in you to send you a check without having a product in their hands. It's just a red flag to me. And it is a scam. So it's not just like my opinion, this is a scam. It is a scam. And then most times they'll then say to you like, oh, I sent you too much money. Can you wire me the rest? So now you're out the money that you just wired them. You're also out the bounce check. And if you wind up sending the product, you're also out that too. So just be careful and just try to stick to the platforms that you're selling on instead of thinking that you'll make, an extra 20%, which I don't know, on a $20 item is $4. It's not worth it. It's not worth the $4 to totally be scammed out of something. So just be mindful of that. And when I have more updates for you guys, I will let you guys know. I did notice that the descriptions are very small. I don't remember them being that small, but the descriptions to write about the product is very small. So try to capture as much as you possibly can in the pictures. That's important. And then also I like to have another folder on my phone. So once I list the items, I put them in like listed folder so that they're like out of the way and they're not confusing me. Like, do I have to list this? Do I not have to list this? It's already done. And then also once I list the item in my notes, I do the little check next to it so it goes to the bottom and I know that has been listed. That's how I find it the easiest to do this. There's one more thing I forgot to say, and it's basically the only thing that I noticed that's like tremendously different, and I could have just missed it. It may not even be different, but back when I used to sell like 2 years ago, their options were new with tags, new without tags, and boutique or used. And I don't think new without tags is there anymore. And I imagine that probably caused some problems for people who were saying that things were new without tags, but they weren't really new. So the options that you have now is not new, which means there's no tags on it. It's been worn, it's been used. It's not new. That's pretty simple. New with tags, which means it has not been worn, it has not been used, it still has the tags on it. And then boutique is if you got it from the actual vendor. So for example, I have a lot of stuff right now on my Poshmark, which are hair products. That was my dog. That are hair products that I purchased directly from the vendor. I'm no longer working with the company, so I wanted to just sell them like super cheap just to get, you know, space in my salon is money. So just to get it out. But they're boutique items because I am an authorized reseller of them. I sell beauty products. So those are your options. So like I said, the only thing that's a little bit different is that they don't have the new without tags anymore, which I'm pretty sure they used to have. But like I said, that kind of causes some confusion there. People probably being dishonest, like, no, I have never worn this, but I don't have tags on it and it has my deodorant on it. So there you go. And I hope that you guys like this video. Again, I'm really excited to be back. Like I'm telling everybody, I'm like, I'm getting into reselling and I'm so excited. So I hope you guys like this video. This was definitely like a 101 on Poshmark, beginners. If you guys have any questions, please let me know. I'd love to answer. I'm so excited to be back. I haven't done a video like this in forever and it really feels good. So thank you guys, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Until next time, work hard, dream big, eat cake. Bye guys.